All right, so quick update with Wodify and how's it going with the gym. So first thing we've done is I sat down with my head coach Albert and we said, okay, what programs do we want to continue to offer when we software over, and what upgrades do we need to do in either our workflow, meaning once a member signs up for a website form or something like that, like what is the first message that gets out and what do we want that communication to look like? Now, this was a really great exercise, and I know a lot of you guys probably have some of these systems already in place, but it's always really good to look at it and say, okay, let's go ahead and restart from the get go. Where can we upgrade some of our communication? What can we offer that would be more valuable to new leads or potential new members coming into the gym? And how frequently do we want that communication to be? So that was a really good exercise and just sitting down, starting from scratch and saying, okay, somebody just filled out the website form. What do we want to have happen? Somebody just walked through the front door. What do we want to have happen? Somebody just finished up a no sweat intro. What do we want to have happen? And writing out those systems and scripts, more importantly, helped us refine the communication from the time that people first found out about us to the time they joined their first class. So this was a really good exercise. And even if you're not necessarily upgrading your gym software, maybe something to consider going through on your own if you haven't in a while. Now, the second thing was it really sat down and it really made us sit down and say, like, okay, what programs do we want to continue to offer in the future? And what do we need to go with those programs? Meaning, again, communication to the members, free PDFs we want to send them around nutrition, or programming, and what type of value can we pack in these new programs that we want loaded up into our new gym software. The other thing is like, how do we gamify this? And what I mean by gamify is, if you go into a martial arts studio, you started as a white belt, then you get your stripe, and then you get your second stripe, and then you level up your color and belt and move from white to yellow, whatever. I'm just making it up. But you get the point. It keeps you engaged because you have a measure of your success. You're seeing yourself progress, not only on the mats in the case of the karate example, but physically with the belt and stripes. And so, how do we mimic something like that in our gym? So when we look at that, there's a couple different ways to do it. We could celebrate attendance, we could celebrate consistency, we could celebrate PRs. There's lots of different ways to do it. But again, without kind of sitting down and thinking about, okay, what do we want our client journey to look like? And how could our software help assist with that? Um, then you pretty much are just spinning your wheels in your dirt and trying to retain clients. And so that's the most important piece, is making it valuable to them, showing them their success, showing them that you are providing inside of your gym, and doing it in a way that allows you to keep in communication with those members. I hope the audio turns out okay on this because sometimes this mic is a little spotty. So we shall find out. So that's going to be the Wodify update for this week. Like I said, we're still in progress of migrating everything over, but for the first time, I have access to see inside Wodify as my account is instructed. The other thing too is I'll start talking about the specialty programs that we have and what those landing pages look like and what the communication from the time they fill out the form looks like as they come into the gym. Hopefully, this will give you some ideas maybe around your guys' communication. Maybe you could take something that I have and make it better, or you might just think, hey, that's a cool program. Maybe we should run that in our gym. All right. So once we get the software up and going and we get everything loaded in, I will give you guys the next update on the migration of Wodify at CFL. Catch you next time.